So today we're working on these aluminum windows. I'm going to show you how to replace this broken glass, how to take the frame apart and replace it with a new glass. So there's one, and there's another one that's boarded up. So first thing you need to do with a window like this is take out the screen. And make sure the slider is open. You don't have to take it out, but make sure it's open and slide it open a little bit so it doesn't get in the way. Next step is we have to remove this center bar. And it's attached with these two screws. There's one on the bottom and one on top. Next step, we'll have to remove this center bar, division bar, and you will need either a mallet, rubber mallet, or you can use a hammer and like a wood tapping block, or you can even use a tool like this, like a little 5-in-1 tool. So put your tool like this and just start tapping on it, and this division bar, it will start to move. And just kind of gently pry it. And this is how it comes out. So this window has two sliders, one on each side, and two division bars. So in this case, we'll have to remove both of these division bars like I did on this side. If you only have a fixed panel and a slider, you just remove this division bar and you will have to slide this part over, and this way you can lift it up and out. And then this part of frame, you should be able to just lift it up, fold it this way, and pull it down. It should come right out. And pull it down. So it comes out just like this in one piece. So once you get the frame out, make sure you have a table handy, or it's just easier if you put it on the table. So this frame is actually 4 individual pieces of frame, and they're attached with a screw in each corner. So there's a screw right there that we'll have to unscrew, and we're going to do opposite corners. So if I unscrew the screw in this corner, you go to opposite corner and unscrew that screw. So now both of the screws removed, you have to take this frame apart. You can tap the frame, and if it doesn't budge at first, you can always take your flat putty knife or a 5-in-1 tool and kind of stick it between the frame and pry the frame apart, kind of like so, just to get it going, to get it started. And then you can pull it, you can tap it with a mallet, and it should come out like this. Basically, just 2 parts. Tap it this way. There you go. This is a second part. So once you take the frame apart, it's going to look like this. You're going to have 2 pieces of frame. It's hard to get the exact replacement for certain brand windows, so it's a good idea to try to save this rubber gasket so you can reuse it. And usually nothing happens to it, you know, they stay in a good condition for a long time, as you can see. So pull the gasket off the glass. Next, you're going to open this up, make sure you wear gloves, and kind of clean the old broken glass from it. So make sure it's nice and clean and there's no broken pieces of glass inside anywhere. So it looks nice and clean. Now we got new piece of glass on the table. We're going to go ahead and put that gasket around it. All right, so go ahead and start putting the gasket back on. I usually start at the corner, trying to get it started. Okay, now next step is you'll have to put the frame back on it. So grab your frame, make sure you put it back on the right way, because usually you'll have a long side and a short side. Get your rubber mallet and start tapping. Start at the corner. And then just continue all the way up. Keep an eye on the rubber gasket, make sure it doesn't shift, doesn't pull out, and it stays nice and straight. So this is what it should look like. The rubber gasket, nice and straight. Once you put the frame back on. And go ahead and finish it. Put the rest of the frame on. Corner. So now frame's back on the glass. Now we're going to put the screws back in the corner. And screw number 2. And let's put it back in the opening. And then it drops down into the bottom channel. So in a bigger window, it's a good idea to use 2 people. I mean, you can do it by yourself if you have a suction cup. Now make sure it's back and where it needs to go. You can tell by the old holes from the screws, kind of centered where it needs to go. And go ahead, put the division bar back on. So same thing. You put it back into the opening and tap it back into its place until the holes line up. Like so. And go ahead and put the screws that you took out back into those holes. So now put the screens back in. Same way you took them out. And just like that, we got brand new glass in this window. Only took about maybe 10-15 minutes to do.